Hello! Not getting enough oomph?
曜日の朝ひらめいた今日は街へ繰り出そうお気に入りのジャケット羽織りみんなが待っている交差点へ Everywhere グレートな僕は Everywhere スマートにチェケラウ Everywhere シンプルに踊りガラス越しの未来を見て Everywhere キュートな君は Everywhere スマートにチェケラウ Everywhere シンプルに彩りガラス越しに君微笑む微笑む微笑む今日は Have a nice day今日は Have a nice day 日曜日の青い空今日はあの子に会いに行こうエスカレーター駆け上がり君の待つステージへ急ぐ Everywhere グレートな僕は Everywhere スマートにチェケラウ Everywhere シンプルに踊りガラス越しの未来を見て Everywhere キュートな君は Everywhere スマートにチェケラウ Everywhere シンプルに彩りガラス越しに君微笑む微笑む微笑む今日は Have a nice day
Now it's on. Yay, we have sound.
Glad we checked that.
I made
Never
sure.
fails.
I made sure
Never
this time.
fails.
All right, welcome. Hi there, and welcome to Insert Coin Theater. We have a great show lined up for today. It's gonna be a great show. Hi there, I'm Tim.
That's George. I'm Reki.
Oh, and hello to Twitch, our live audience, and also hello to our not live audience on YouTube and iTunes. It's good to see you guys. Thank you guys very much for coming to hang out.
They're in the future.
They are in our future. We're in their past.
Are we all time travelers together?
We're all wibbly wobbly something or others.
What the
Never mind.
is happening?
Try and keep up, George.
I know, man.
It's gonna be hard.
Keep up with the wibbly wobbly. So we have an excellent show lined up, and I say that because usually when we say
in
that,
hope.
they're usually not that excellent. So we've got some game discussion lined up, which is our usual fare. George is not going to survive the evening. Just making sure I'm not on fire. We lit an incense and there's smoke pouring above my head. I'm just like, God, I'm on fire now, aren't I? We're good. I'm all right. I'm not on fire.
That's how we get the ratings. Fire. Someone will burn.
50 likes and I'll burn.
I think we're way past that.
Oh God, Kendo. Anyways, so we're very excited to have some enjoyable discussion topics. But before we get into any topics, we're going to talk about our usual stuff. We have to kind of break out our news. Unreal Tournament Charity Tournament is the 20th.
Tournament.
Yeah, it's the 20th. It's coming up quick. And we're going to be live streaming that from 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday, the 20th of September. You have nothing to add?
Yes, we will.
Oh my
Sure.
God. All right,
That
so
is gonna happen, people.
we've been accepted
Yes,
by Child's
we
Play
are.
Charity. So we are officially...
Woo!
Yes, George is sober, Kendo.
Unfortunately.
But
He
we
wishes
are,
he wasn't.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll change that. No,
Bring
but
on the liquor.
but Child's Play has accepted our charity drive. So now we will officially be able to raise funds for Child's Play during that period, and we'll be able to keep track of it. Our goal is $500. I know it's really steep. It's really high, but we're doing it
believe in
anyways.
you.
We believe in the you that believes in us,
Who's believing in me?
or something. So
I'll
God,
believe
man,
in you,
you
George.
sound a little enthused. God, you sound like you're about ready to just kill yourself right here on the show.
Pull the trigger in the nightmare stop.
Exactly. That's it.
All right, all right.
So we've already started
I'm
doing.
gonna make this a struggle for you the whole way. The whole way, man.
Feel like you're dedicated to that one, man. So we've already started doing some practice skirmishes.
This is a test.
Myself, Ben Burns, and Devious Furball. We did some streams last week to kind of practice and get a feel for stuff. We're trying to build out the playlist for how we're going to finalize things. It's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be a great show. It's going to be a great show that night. But we're going to go for about 8 hours is our goal. But we'll figure out the best time or whatever, man. We'll get it. We'll make it happen. It's going to be great.
Do things.
So make sure you show up. Kendo says it's his cousin's wedding and he can't make it. It's not okay, Kendo.
Your cousin's wedding is 8 hours long?
Your cousin's wedding.
That's wrong.
Your cousin can get married some other day. There are bigger fish to fry. All right.
This
Just
is
go for
kids.
3 hours of that and
This
3
is
hours
just for
of that.
children.
It'll be all right.
God, man.
Other people will get married. There's only one set of kids.
There's only one.
I don't know.
Don't agree with it. They don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
The kids.
Think about the kids.
Listen to George. He knows what's
Dang.
going
I
on.
know about the chitlins.
So yeah. So once again, September 20th. of
1969.
This year.
1742.
This month. Oh my
George
God.
doesn't hear very
In 13
well.
days. It's 13 days from now. It's less than 2 weeks
13
away.
days? That's not enough days.
Anyways, so it's going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Excuse me, 10. 10
here comes the yawn stream. Here we go. It's going to be a great show.
10 a.m. Pacific Time. Don't miss it. Bring some money. Donate to charity.
Bring
It'll be
some
fun.
cash
Yeah, you should.
and spend it
Yeah.
for the children.
For the few children that there are.
If not for the children, then spend it for the children.
Right. Thanks,
The
George.
children.
Thank you for that ringing endorsement.
Thank you.
All right, so let's talk about what games we've been playing. Reki, what have you been playing?
Minecraft.
That's it?
Yeah, basically.
Are you an adult?
Am I an adult?
Is this real life?
Actually, I already know the answer.
What about you,
don't
George?
have to.
We run a really cool server that occasionally Tim joins us on, so you can see on the stream sometimes, and it's really
Tim was
fun.
literally
actually.
telling me the other day that he's so tired of
I know he
Minecraft.
hates
I know, and I
Minecraft,
say it every time
but
we play.
occasionally I bully him into actually playing.
Stop
with,
the bullying, 2015.
Occasion 2015, stop the gamer bullying.
So-
Stop the gamer bullying.
That happens.
Nobody cares, Tim. Nobody
All right.
cares, Ricky.
We all know what you've been playing, so let's go with George
No,
first.
I don't know what he's been playing. What is it,
I'll
Tim?
go into it in a minute. You go first. I have to stop yawning first, so go ahead. Go for it, man. I can't stop. stop, won't
I haven't
stop.
been playing any games because I'm dead inside.
No, that's
that
not
the
true.
truth?
I don't think that you'd actually be alive right now if you weren't. So
I've been playing Grow Home. It is awesome.
really,
I beat it in 2 days.
is it good? Really?
Yeah.
What,
Was
what
it
is, what is
short,
it
or-
about? I don't know anything about Grow Home.
Okay, so it's about you're this robot named Bud, and your objective is to regrow this giant plant from another planet to collect its seed, because then you're going to take
Okay.
that seed back to Earth to repopulate the Earth with plants
I gotcha.
and plant life.
Yep.
So it's you traversing this sky loft, you could say, because it's like just bunches of islands floating, and you have to.
Right.
There's like the main tree, and as it grows, it has little branches that come off, and then you attach to the branches, and you control where they go, and you try to collect them to send them to like these rocks that have energy that helps the tree grow,
That's cool.
and you get a couple of abilities while you're doing it, like a jetpack and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Huh. That does sound pretty cool. Interesting. So that's free on PS Plus right now, right?
Yes, free on PS Plus, and then there's 3 other games. Super Time Force.
You played that one?
I played a little bit of it.
Is that any good?
Eh.
Is it
So-so.
is it like a shooter or like a
Yeah,
shmup,
it's like an
or-
Arcadia side-scrolling shooter, or like Contra style, but it's just super chaotic, and
Gotcha.
you gotta like
It sounds like
rewind
it is.
time
Yeah.
and make multiples of yourself, and
Yeah. Sort of
save
thing
yourself
sounds
from
like
your
it.
death and yourself, time, self, death. Self.
Yeah.
So no, I've only played a little bit of that, but so is Super Time Force, Grow Home, Tesla Grad, which I've been getting a little bit into. It's like Metroidvania style side-scrolling thing,
Yep.
and then I think it's like Xeno Drifter or some.
Zeo Drifter.
I don't like that. What just
We'll-
happened?
We'll address it in a minute. Go.
Xeno Drifter. Yeah, so I beat Grow Home and I beat Xeno Drifter so far.
And what's Zeo Drifter about?
You're getting the core of your ship back. It's like 8-bit, super like.
So it's Recore, but
Low
8-bit.
res. But no, because it's just your spaceship. You're just going around. It's like it's seriously like Metroid style.
Right.
You crash and you gotta like get. Except you don't crash. You have enough. Your ship works enough for you to go between 4 planets, and you go to the 4 planets collecting abilities to get to the end boss to get the core of your ship back.
Right.
So that was pretty fun. I beat that too.
Yeah.
So playing a little bit of Tesla Grad right now so
Nice.
far, and that's about it.
Cool. Well, I've been playing. I picked up Disney Infinity 3.0 because it's Disney Infinity. It's pretty sweet so far. I'm actually pretty impressed. It's
Start over again. What?
Disney Infinity 3.0. You're
Okay,
not paying any attention to me
I was,
at all.
I was reading, and I can't read and listen. I cannot multitask.
Oh man, is that why you have us read everything that goes on in
Exactly,
chat?
yes,
Oh, okay.
yes.
Well, anyways, so
Tim is super excited about
yeah,
Disney
I
Infinity.
am. I picked up Disney
He's
Infinity.
already
3.0.
spent way too much money on it.
I have, but and it is
The money's
expensive.
still
It's
gonna
quite
be
an
going.
investment, and it's a recurring investment, unfortunately, for the most part, because
Forever.
Yeah, you have to keep buying them, and they're so expensive.
and
Like $12, right?
yeah, and they're 14 each, I think.
Fuck.
But
God.
you can
Right?
get
Right?
used
So much,
ones.
so
I mean, you can
much.
get used characters on eBay for pretty cheap too.
What's
if you
pretty
want.
cheap?
Like
8.
less than 8. So yeah, the starter
That's
set was
intense.
65, so it is a little expensive.
It's
but
a little expensive.
the game
He
is
had
extremely cool and
Birthday money.
Yeah, and so my birthday's tomorrow. Yay!
Yay,
Happy birthday, me.
Tim.
No.
Yeah, no.
No.
Nobody
Tim.
cares, Tim.
Exactly.
I would never say that about someone's birthday.
There's a quote in chat right now that says nobody cares, Tim. Brecky.
Yep.
That's proof.
You're not helping.
I think you're helping.
Oh man. Oh, give me
but
just
then
a
again,
second
I'm
here.
negative.
And
Negative. Nancy.
timed out. Yay! All right.
Woohoo!
Yay! Our first time out of the evening. Yay! Anyways,
Oh.
so yeah, it's really cool. It's extremely expansive. You can buy these things called play sets, which are like little campaigns built within it. You can play as different characters that you.
Hey, thanks for the
thanks,
follow,
Mr.
whoever
Sprinkles
it was.
101. Even though that you've been timed out for being obnoxious in the chat, but we still love you, so thanks. If you
Just
can
be
behave
less
yourself, you can start
obnoxious
talking in
next
10
time.
minutes. Cool, man. So it's really cool because you can play as any character that you want. It's backwards compatible with 2.0 and 1.0. So all the characters from the Marvel set and stuff like that are compatible, and it's really cool because you can do all sorts of crazy stuff as any character from Disney as you want, and there's all sorts of like little mini games you can play and fun characters you can play as. Like I picked up Mulan, and I've got a bunch of characters from Star Wars. So I've got
just getting smoked out over here.
Yeah, it's going nuts over there, man. It is like,
Seriously,
woo.
this is like I'm getting hot box
Like
over
in
in
a,
this
I'm like
corner.
I'm like in a hookah lounge right now, man.
This is insane.
So yeah, this right here, this is
Milan.
Milan, yeah, Milan. And then we've got, this is the playset for
Star Wars.
the Star Wars Twilight of the Republic, I think it's called. And then I've got Kanan from Rebels. I've got Anakin and Ahsoka from Clone Wars, and I got Mulan. So they're very
and if
cool.
you're wondering, he will not let you play the adventure if you ask him. He won't let you.
George is a little bitter.
And they are
He will say no.
yeah, they are extremely
They're soft. I expected them to
Yeah,
be like a hard
they're
plastic,
extremely
but they're
detailed,
very
and
flexible.
they
like,
are.
like her little. You can poke it a little, and it feels like it won't
As it
break
breaks
because it won't though. It feels like very soft. Like it's a soft plastic.
Yeah.
I expected it to be.
I've heard a lot of girls say that.
I don't know that I would say that about. Never mind.
So yeah,
You
it's
can
pretty
say.
cool
Like this
because
thing's really hard plastic.
Oh yeah, it is.
so each character has like different play styles. Like Mulan, she can use she uses like a stick, like a staff, like a bow staff, and she can
doesn't use her
also
fan?
use the fan. And she's like really quick and really fast. Kanan from Rebels, he has a lightsaber, but he also has a blaster pistol, so he's ranged and melee. And then Ahsoka has a force push, and Anakin has a force pull. So you can really mix up your play styles, kind of how you see fit. And there's like Yoda and just tons of characters. I mean, you don't really realize how freaking much Disney owns until you start playing this game. I mean, they make
Yeah.
references to everything in Pixar.
I was surprised.
And they cover their Disney Channel shows like Gravity Falls. One of my
My current obsession.
yeah, one of my little what are they, friends or whatever they're called? They're you get a little guy.
Companions.
Companions. They like follow you. They like bobble around and follow you. I have Mabel from Gravity Falls following me around, and she's got on a Centurion's helmet and throwing daggers because she's awesome. So it's pretty cool. And I've been playing it on stream. I opened it just yesterday actually, and got a chance to play it finally today. So it's been an interesting
It's been a
journey.
whirlwind.
It has been. And then I've been playing. I dusted off Rainbow Six Vegas 2. I was playing that with Furball and with Tex. And then what else have I been playing? Oh yeah, the game that shall not be named. Yeah, so it's been pretty exciting to try out some new games and stuff like that. And I feel like I'm the only one really talking. You guys are extremely quiet right now.
Well, like I said, it's kind of a slump for me and George right now. We're just waiting on stuff, so
You guys
we
are
haven't been doing
so
anything.
boring.
I'm not boring.
You're off the show, both of you.
Okay, bye. Have fun doing this
Good
by
luck,
yourself.
motherfucker.
So, shout out to Kendo, Wolf, and Sheldinio in chat. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for coming to hang out with us. And Kendo, Mabel gets knives when you give her knives.
That's so Mabel.
Knives
though.
chat.
Yes.
Although if they had a grappling hook, it would be better.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So, all
I'd
right.
like to see a Gravity Falls
So-
playset.
I hope they come out
I would
with
buy
one.
all of them. I would not
I
even care.
I would pick them up too because Gravity Falls is pretty
funny
sweet.
to
If you've
see
never
you
seen
guys
it, it's really
finally
good.
like getting into Gravity Falls because you've been late to the game.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I'm late to almost
little
every
bit late.
game.
And it's
Also, shout out to
always late.
Jacko959. Good to see you,
Jacko, man. God, I'm so happy you're here.
dude. Are you high right now?
He's so high.
Holy
it's
crap!
this incense. There's something in it.
This is a Celtic myth.
No wonder. It's making me violent.
It makes you feel like a Celt.
Yeah.
You're gonna chop someone's head off and wear a
someone's
kilt.
getting
Strip
axed.
down and
Wearing a
paint
kilt.
yourself blue.
Exactly.
Ach,
Half blue.
ach.
The other hand. Something in your throat?
Yes. Anyways,
Can't you tell I'm wearing this weed shirt, man?
What?
Adidas, dude.
oh, sorry.
What are you,
Idiots.
forwards
You're
from
an
Grandma?
Look,
Adicolor.
color. Live in
Added
color.
color. Live in color.
All right, so what's our first thing we're talking
Hey,
about?
get us to do something, Tim,
This this show is so exciting, guys.
You're making it exciting.
Am I?
We're excited through you. Can't you tell?
Oh my god.
I'm excited.
Oh man. This is gonna be good. All right, so why don't we start talking about?
Show.
Oh my
What's
god.
the first one? Just
Well, rip this straight from Reddit. Konami apparently has been removing fan art from Twitter. And did you read the article on it or
I
anything
didn't.
like that?
I read the headline
But-
because I'm lazy and don't read articles.
Now, granted,
At
this
least
could
you're
oh my
honest.
god, but this could be completely fear mongering and all that.
Oh, of course.
But it brings up a good point that there are a lot of fan works
fan works.
that are put out there.
Fan
Like
up.
there are fan-made games. There's artist alley booths at conventions where they make little like bead sprites and things like that. There's people do
All kinds of fan
custom
works.
drawings. I mean, I've got some custom fan works right here in the studio that were made by some folks at Artist Alley and elsewhere at MetroCon. So it's one of those
It's a
things.
thing.
And I have this Hawkson mask from Payday, the heist, and that was made,
It's made by a very talented friend of ours.
Yes, so it's a lot of the really cool stuff is made by, especially costuming related, is made by fans because the companies won't necessarily put out their
And it's
own
not really
version.
cost effective sometimes for them to put out something that's actually quality versus just like Halloween-ish kind of costuming things.
Right, and somebody says that our voices are out of sync. There's literally nothing we can really do about that right now, short of stopping the stream and restarting it. So I apologize, but there's nothing really I can do about that right now. So sorry, guys. I don't know why they're out of sync. It makes no sense because USB and a webcam, they're USB. So I don't know, but I can't wolf. So sorry, man. Anyways, so we're just gonna have to kind of
Cover our mouths so you can't tell.
yeah,
There.
we're just gonna have to
Haha.
plod through
You
it.
can't tell.
So our voices are no longer out of sync.
George is
I
not
will
amused with
conform.
our...
I will not conform.
So we're going to talk a bit about fan-made works, artist alleys, derivative games, and other works like that. So let's dig in. So like, what are your feelings when it comes to that stuff?
I
Ricky?
love fandom. Fandom's the best. Make things. Make new things.
Make all the things.
Make all the things. Companies, unless a company is going to make something itself at a reasonable quality, then the company should just let people do what they want to do.
And I tend to agree just because there's a limit. Like somebody tried making a Harry Potter MMORPG at one point, and I think the limit is like creating new games where they already have a foray into games. Like unless you're doing it completely open source, and that would be my rule, is unless you're doing it completely open source, there is absolutely no reason that you should profit off of somebody else's work in such a way, at least with games, because that's kind of how game studios make their money, So,
I think the profit margin is the biggest thing. Like, if you're going to
Yeah.
make a lot of money off of it, the companies will probably swoop in and be like, no, that's bad. But like an artist alley, you're not going to make more than like $100, $200 off of it.
well,
So it's
mainly
like,
because they don't know. But if one of their lawyers were to walk into the room, they would say, you need to stop selling that right now.
I don't know, because it's something that happens in cons, like, everywhere. So
Well-
it's like the companies can't
Well, here's
not
the thing.
know about it.
Here's the thing. Lawyers take the tack that if you do not protect your IP, you lose it. You don't protect your copyright, you lose it. That's part of the problem that we run into in when it comes to a lot of fan works that get big, even open source ones. They get shut down because even though there's no real profit margin in it, they have to protect their IP, otherwise it becomes polluted, which I don't agree with at all. Right. I think it's free advertising, and in my opinion, I think the company should come up with a way to embrace that and maybe give them permission to use the copyright if they do it in a tasteful manner.
That reminds me of right before Dragon Age Inquisition came out, the Dragon Age team ran like a lot of contests where they gave you some art assets, and then they're like, make a poster for us, and it was like a contest thing, and they would run on their Twitter, they run like fan weeks where they showcase people who've done costumes or done paintings or done like crafts or fan works.
Right.
And they're actually showcased by the company. I think that's
Didn't they have one where
the
they
right way to
did
do that.
for cosplay too?
Yeah, where they released like a whole brochure thing about each character's costume, and so people could cosplay it.
Yep.
And then they posted on their own site the really good ones. So it was like really cool that they were being so supportive. So I think that's how companies should do that.
Yeah, I agree with that. How about you, George?
I don't think anybody should have their art not, couldn't sell it. If they do it, it's just love for what, they're making it for. And I think if they can sell it because it's that good, fucking why not? Why would someone stop them from doing that and taking it away? What are they really losing by fan art being out there for a Kojima game or whatever,
And the way that I look
if
at
anything,
it,
they should be happy because that's their. It's like
it's
almost
advertising.
Free, exactly,
Yeah,
it's
that's
free
what I was going to
advertisement
say.
for
Yeah,
that.
it's totally.
It's people showing, hey, we love this so much. This
And
is awesome.
I
Why
think
can't
that's part of where we
should
run
use
into. Well, I think
Right.
that's part of where we run into issues. Is there's like it's where fandom and corporations are incompatible because corporations have just traditionally been this. We're going to bully everybody who thinks about even mentioning our product without our clearance into
corporations
submission.
need to have a fandom section that.
Well,
deals
that's just
with,
it.
Like, hey, we
well,
love your
Star Wars
artwork.
does a really good job with this. They do, at least for now. They have a head of fan relations who communicates with the fans, especially the costuming groups, the 501st Legion, the Rebel Legion, the Mando Mercs, and actually expresses the thoughts and the needs of the company in a way that doesn't turn off the costuming clubs, doesn't say you guys have to shut down because you're using our stuff without our permission. They embrace it and they use that as a way to advertise, and I mean it's a darn good thing they do.
You can't go
because
wrong with that. There's
That's
no
right.
negative way to have that.
I mean, especially look at like all these costuming clubs do charity events. They make Star Wars look amazing,
Yeah.
because the community is so big. So Star Wars is a good model for this. Now Disney has been a little bit more
Tight. Yeah.
zealotous than
Picky.
than Lucasfilm was when they were independent. So it's a bit of a problem in
Going
that
after-
You
regard.
mean right now with Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to really. They're trying to set it up the way they want it. I don't think it'll always be that way. I think right now they've just taken it over and they're trying to change it into what they see the future of it being.
Right.
So as they get it to where they want it to be, like by canceling projects
they'll
and
loosen
doing
up
everything.
and everything, you
Yeah,
think?
I think it'll.
But they
it'll
were
be like,
also-
okay. Now this is
Yes.
what our Star Wars is. Take it and do what you want with it.
But part of my problem is they were also putting moratoriums on specific kinds of events that we could do. So they were telling the fans, "Oh, you can't do this, you can't do this," which is a problem to me because you're starting to infringe on what the fans, all this good rapport you've built up with your fans. You start to really erode that once you begin making, dictation about what you can and can't do.
Here's
I
these
just don't-
costumes that you made. You
Yeah.
can't wear them to such and such place
Right.
now.
Oh, who are
It's
you?
like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I spent $1,500 on this costume. You can't tell me what to do. And the general thing is outside of the club, you can do whatever you want because it's your costume. But you can't do anything in the name of that club
Officially.
Officially. Now, the big problem that I have is just that it's your costume and you're part of a group. You worked really hard to get part of this group that raises money for charity and all this stuff. So why can't you just use it if it's for a good cause? Why do I have to limit myself to what I can and cannot
I think
do?
with America's legal structure being as convoluted as it is, they have to carefully protect themselves. There has to be lines between official and unofficial. Like they can't, no matter what their feelings on it, they can't endorse it because of legal problems.
Well, even
I
for the
feel.
simple fact, if you think about that, they're letting you do that for letting you be doing what you're doing so far. There might be some more stipulations than there was before,
Yeah.
but they're still allowing you to do it. And like I said, I really think it's maybe in a tough situation right now, but they're completely changing Star Wars to their own vision. And I think when everything gets going, they'll be more lenient. It's just right now it's in its infancy, and the first film in their series hasn't even come out yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They have so much set up and planning that they have for this. They just don't want to, have just anything happening. They want to make sure when it gets done and everyone starts doing it, it's, in their vision of what it is.
And I can understand that, but it doesn't make any sense to restrict people going to a sporting event to represent Star Wars or anything like that. So, to me, there's a lot of things that do make sense that they could be doing, like saying, well, we don't want you wearing any of the new movie costumes until the movie comes out, things like that. We don't want to dilute the new movie or affect the new movie in any way. But by saying none of you guys should be doing these events, they're not approved or sanctioned is stupid. Because as the club should be able to operate autonomously. The club should not be under the thumb of the company. And
Companies control everything, though.
well, that's just it. It comes down to, and it's their sandbox, and we're allowed to play in it,
Right.
Yeah.
and they're letting us play in it. But to me, that's stupid. That's where this whole thing comes in. Is as a fan, it's my dollar that keeps their company afloat. So when they start putting their foot down on that stuff, it's like, well, you don't want my money anymore. That's fine. You can just not have my money. And the only real way we can tell a company, that they're wrong is by not buying their product. That's the only way. You hit them in the wallet, and that's pretty much punching them in the face.
Or you could hit them with a wallet
In the face.
That's
in
true.
the face.
That's true.
Like I said.
But I
just
don't
give
want
it
because
time.
then they'll steal the money in it. And
Their
that's
fan-
not okay.
the
When
fan-
there's money in your wallet, because my wallet is full of
I got like
cobwebs. and-
$3.
Yeah, no.
I think it's just early. The fandom's too big for them to really stop anybody from doing what they want. And if anybody really started, building up momentum against it, I'm sure they'd change their mind. But I don't think it's really going to stick like this forever anyway.
Yeah, and I think you're
I think
right.
it's very
but
short term.
I just
right
think
now,
I think
as they transfer.
I think
into
overall
their
though,
Star Wars.
I think overall, and getting back on topic, that for the most part they take the right approach. They engage the fans directly. They make sure that there's clear and obvious rules, and
which
they let
need
them
to be had anyway.
right.
They
But
can't
most
be-
companies will just ignore it until it gets to a certain point, and then they stick their lawyers on it rather than engaging. I mean, there was like I said, there was a Harry Potter MMORPG someone was developing, and then they got shut down. They got a cease and desist letter out of the blue, and they had to shut down everything, delete the code, everything was gone,
Yeah.
and all their work, and they weren't making money off it or anything. So it made little sense to me why they didn't just engage the fans, and some people were like, well, what if they want to do their own MMO? Well, they can then shut down that public MMO and do their own or whatever.
The same thing, or something like
preventive
similar to
work.
that happened with. Do you hear about someone was making a Resident Evil 2 remake,
Oh yeah,
and it was like a third-person over-the-shoulder Resident Evil 2 remake, and Capcom actually came to them and said, "Hey, you got to stop that project, but we want you to come and work with us on another project."
right.
That'd be nice.
So they had to still delete their game, but Capcom said, "Hey, we like what we're doing. Come with us, and we'll work on something together."
And see, that's another
Because we
way
have
of
other
well,
plans
that's
for
another way of
Resident Evil
handling it
2,
though, because
I think that's a good way of
with
handling
yeah,
it, if
well,
it's-
with
if it's good.
with like an MMO project, you've got thousands of people involved, people who are fans of it, people who are engaging and playing the beta and all that stuff. And when it comes down to like the Capcom thing, it was probably only like maybe 2 or 3 people, maybe a team of 5 or 6 working together on it, and they got absorbed, which is awesome. And that's another way of handling it in a really professional and intelligent manner. Valve is famous for that with all the mods for what mods, like Portal. They picked up the team for Portal
Yeah.
as people who were making something in the I guess they were using the source engine for it or something. And all that stuff. Just stuff like that is awesome. I love it when a company uses their money for good and not evil, So it's always a plus. Yeah, it's definitely a plus. So, all right. So overall, removing things seems to be BS. I guess that's kind of our consensus without engaging the people first, at least in some capacity.
Fan art is not negative. It's free
Well,
advertising.
it can be
a-holes.
negative.
Anyway.
Well, gosh.
But we won't get into that.
Yeah.
Anything can be made into
exactly.
negative.
We can.
So.
If we're gonna pick it apart like that, man. Splitting hairs here.
All right, so let's talk about morality systems.
Somebody said I was a legend, though. I want to throw that out there. So
well, it's
You
a
are
lie.
legendary.
thank you.
So it's a huge lie.
What?
Wait, what?
That's because you're not a legend.
Right?
All right, so
You're epic at most.
Yeah.
ouch. Ouch. All right, so we're going to talk about morality systems. Let's discuss what games do it well, what games do it poorly, and what
Mass
we
Effect.
would do if
Poor or
if we
good?
could.
Does it good.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Because
you
you're
gotta-
like,
yeah,
you're like, yes.
Which does it poorly, which does it well, and you're like,
Yes.
Mass Effect. What?
What? No. I don't think so.
No.
No.
You're Dragon Age queen, though.
No, but I think that the problem I had with Mass Effect was that you had to either be completely Paragon or completely Renegade to get anything worthwhile.
Yeah.
Like there was no neutral option. Like you couldn't be
Midway.
that gray option. And if they had put like some things you get, and I think that's my main problem with morality systems is you have to swing like way into one or the other to get anything worthwhile in the game.
So what about Witcher?
I'm very gray in that one.
And so are they. The Witcher 3, you can...
It doesn't really have like, I mean, you make moral choices, but it's not really like a meter that you
Oh,
look
so
at.
we're talking like straight like meter.
I don't know, like
Because that's got some heavy morality in The Witcher 3, like what they
Right.
decide to do. And it could be good and it could be bad, or sometimes it could seem good and is bad and later on. So
I
actually,
think-
let me change it. I think The Witcher
that
3
does it right.
does it the best.
That does it the best. Yeah.
Well,
I can't come up with any problems with that one.
I think
that's great.
I win.
Yes.
I don't know. I think Knights of the Old Republic does it pretty well. I really
never
enjoyed
played
their
it.
system. You never played Knights of the Old Republic? Never played?
It's so slow for me.
Okay. Well, I really enjoyed their system. I mean, it was one of the early BioWare ones.
Dude, we are just getting...
It's almost done. It's
Yeah,
almost
it's
through.
just, like,
Also, I want to
smoke
say
screen.
Sugar the Pup said hello. Hi, Sugar
What
the Pup.
up?
It's good to see you. Thanks
Like
for coming
I'm looking through the smoke screen.
Yeah, I know. What?
Seems like got a smoke bomb going.
There we go.
I'm not here anymore.
how's it going?
Waha. So, I really like doing. I really like. That's why we can't have nice things. I really like the
have
way that they
anything.
handle it.
Is
I
the stream
kind
off
of.
for us?
No, it's not offline right now. I think Kendo just is having mental issues. Anyways, so
You think that Star Wars: The Old Republic did it?
yeah, Knights of the Old Republic did it pretty well. I'm a big fan of the way that they executed it. I'm also I kind of like the way Fable did it, but oh, hold on.
The stream is finished.
Yeah, it's gone. The stream's gone. Now it's back. Woo.
Nine.
Spooky stream. Anyways, so I really like the
My
way.
cup's floating.
Ah.
Oh, it actually we froze right here. What? Oh no, we're
we
good.
did.
Never mind. Ignore me.
You're just fingers.
We have no idea what's happening.
I
It's
don't know
okay.
what's going on.
I'm sorry.
I'm so confused today. I'm so confused. I'm getting a
He's
year older
scared
tomorrow,
and
and
confused.
I'm passing into old age.
You're almost
So-
30. The
He is
arthritis
so
starts.
dramatic about
Oh
this.
my gosh! I'm gonna have to start checking your prostate this year.
Wait, you you weren't doing that before?
Wait, hold on. Give me a second.
God.
That was something I didn't need to see ever in my life. I think.
Oh
I think
God, that was disgusting.
That was not something.
Sugar the pup. Thank you for the follow.
We're
We
sorry.
appreciate
Oh,
it.
you
We are
missed
so
it.
sorry.
It was so beautiful.
We are so sorry. That was disgusting and awful.
Tim just the thoughts that went into Tim's mind is just perfect.
I'm done,
Perfectly
guys. See you later.
He's leaving. He's
Later,
leaving.
guys.
Oh man,
That was disgusting.
I'm feeling better now.
George is back, everybody. Unfortunately for me.
Oh,
All right,
woo!
so.
Let's start the
Oh
show.
my God, we're already like an hour in, man.
No, we're too far
30
gone.
minutes in, but all right. So,
I don't. I
what do
played.
you think of the Fable one?
Yeah,
Like,
that's a Fable thing, because especially
Fable is, I feel like
It's
the same.
okay, right?
It's. I don't think there's a middle ground there either.
no, there
It's either
really
one
wasn't.
or the
no,
other.
you're right.
And I was disappointed with. Was it 3? I think it was 3. Where you're the queen or the king.
Oh, you become the queen. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's in the
I think that
last
was
one,
3.
the third one.
But it had a choice where you could be all good and stuff all through the game, and then at
The last
the
one.
midpoint you had to decide whether you were going to continue to be good and like some things were supposed to happen to you, or you could go the bad route, which things wouldn't happen to you. It was like they were trying to force you to like deal with your consequences, but it was so poorly put together that you were able to just completely circumvent it and end the game being this perfect angel queen. And I was just like, I felt like it was like, okay,
Yeah, I think a lot of
it really dropped the ball
I
on
think
that one.
I think Fable 3 did some stuff that wasn't so good. I think Fable 1 did it the best out of the 3.
And
the
like
first
eating
Fable.
chicken gives you evil points. Like what?
They were live. You were biting their throats
No, you
out.
weren't. Like eating meat at all, you gave you bad
Yeah,
points,
I always
and
just
eating
made myself
vegetables
fat.
made you good points. What are you trying to say, Fable
Oh, easy,
game?
Reki.
Look at that.
Jesus.
She's raging over here,
I
man.
hate
God, you got a
vegetables.
Reki rant going on here.
So, I
button,
think
push it.
celery was the only thing that could make you get skinnier, too.
Yes, that is correct. Celery.
Yep.
So,
So I would binge
found-
horde celery.
found the
and I would go.
vegans?
I would get super fat like myself, and then I would just go bang people, and then I would get skinny again. So they always had to bang the fatty.
George is working through some
But
psychological
I did get
issues
a
here.
threesome. I had a threesome. It was awesome, and I had 12 VDs. Like a boss.
I loved how in 3 that was a counter was like for venereal diseases. Like it
I had
actually kept
12,
track.
son. I don't even know if there's 12 known to the world, and I had them.
When I'm pretty sure I gave everyone in that game a venereal disease just by walking near them.
Oh,
I had like 60 or
It was
something
awesome.
by the time I was done.
I took my wife, and then she was holding another lady's hands, and we were all like, "It's game time."
It's game time.
You actually get an achievement, actually, I believe,
Yeah.
for doing the threesome.
You did, yeah.
That's
like
hilarious.
a gentleman.
Eat it on.
I wish I'd said that too.
I pity married that one guy
Uh,
because I couldn't kill him. I couldn't just throw him
so
off
you're
the cliff.
I can't kill you, so I'll sleep with
See,
you
that was
instead.
that
That's like a
was the
totally-
options. You were supposed to. There was a quest. You were
I
supposed
really
to do,
can't stand here. I wish you were dead, but let's get it on.
You were
because
supposed to
it's-
get revenge on this guy, but you knew he's
So
like
you're revenge.
he's like if you the game was like if you go through this revenge, this guy's gonna jump off this cliff. Like you're
Go
gonna
for
kill
it.
him if you reject him now. It's like, but I don't want to reject him. I don't want him to kill himself, but I don't want to get. Okay, I'll just get married to him. It's like a pity marriage. It was terrible.
You never pity marriage. Then he wins. There's
We had like
perfectly
5
filmed clip.
kids. It was not okay.
I always led my
I
kids
left
into
him
the
home
woods.
alone with the kids while I went adventuring, though. So
I took my kids into the forest and let the Balverines eat them.
you would.
I had like 12 fat kid kids. I'm not gonna have one. Not keeping them. Can't be dealing with that.
Yeah, there's not
Food
much
is
stuff.
expensive in Fable.
Super expensive.
You know how much celery is? Like $40 for one celery. It's like,
It was pretty expensive.
how are you gonna survive with kids? Oh.
But meat was cheap because it gave you evil points.
Found the vegan.
It was a vegan game. There it was.
Yeah.
The developer. One of the developers was a vegan.
Grr.
Don't eat meat. He's bad for you.
he makes you the perfect person.
I still ended up with angel wings at the end. So
I don't remember what I think.
I just would eat until I was evil.
Yeah. Tim actually just wanted people to think he was evil. He did all good deeds, but ate so much meat that they just like this dude, this huge demon beast. What have you done? Eating chicken for years.
I ate all of it.
Every chicken in whatever the place
oh,
is called.
morality system in Fallout and like Skyrim and the Elder Scrolls.
Is there a morality system in Fallout? I didn't think there was.
There's karma.
Oh, right.
But
karma.
basically, the way I play is I steal everything, but then I do good deeds. So I ended up being like the super wasteland savior at the end. It's like I feel like these morality systems kind of are like tacked on. Like, oh,
They
that's
just put 'em in there to-
that's a
yeah.
bad thing. Don't steal, But then it's like, oh, these people love you because you were nice to their village, so they
Yeah.
give you good karma. It was
Well, there's not much
feels-
punishment for it.
really tacked on,
Yeah.
You were stealthy. They don't know you stole it.
Their stuff just disappears after this random
There's
wasteland
ghosts
stranger
in
comes
a wasteland.
in.
Okay. There's ghouls. You can't be worried about whether you got somebody stealing. You're just happy to live.
That was something that in Skyrim happened. Is if you go into, if they see you walk into a room and you leave and their stuff's gone later, they'll send mercenaries after you.
That's cool. I always like to you could have like be trained by one of your companions, and you train, and pay him to train you,
And then
you
steal
go
the
into
money
his
back.
inventory, and you just take your money. Thanks for your training, bro.
Thanks for the money, bro.
Train me more. You don't recognize these coins, do you?
Hope you're not reading the serial numbers.
These bills aren't marked, right?
Oh, man.
And that's how you win.
I don't know of any alternatives that could really work that great,
Witcher.
though.
The Witcher does
Well-
everything and is everything in all that is game.
It's the best. It's totes the best. Thank you very much,
I really had to pick
Sensei
one that was-
Kojima. We appreciate
Sensei
your follow.
Kojima, awesome name by the way.
Appreciate it. Yeah, it's a great name.
I think probably Fable's the worst though, if I had to guess.
yeah.
I feel like it because it was touted as having a super awesome morality system, and then it didn't.
Oh god, that's
do
every
anything.
Fable touted that it's going to be amazing every time. Fable
yeah.
3 was it 2
No,
or 3
it was
that we played?
It was a
Oh,
really
Optiplex.
awesome.
Thank you very much for the follow. We appreciate it. And Kendo, have a great night. See you
See you
later,
later,
man.
Kendo.
I mean, it was a really great game, but the game was great in spite of the off morality system.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't feel like there's really. I mean, I haven't played The Witcher 3, so I don't really know.
Dude,
but
yeah, well,
I-
you can't pick a good one yet. Then,
well, I
because
know,
you
but
haven't
I'm just saying
experienced
I don't feel like any of them do it right.
Yeah.
They just doesn't really feel like great. I mean, they're
Yeah.
not.
It can
They
either
are
be-
there and they do an okay job, but I feel like they make
From
it
what
too.
you've played,
well,
yeah.
they just make it too polarized. Like
It
like
has
you
to
said,
be. It's a
either one or the
mechanic
other.
rather than.
Yeah, than an intrinsic part of the
organic,
game,
yeah.
and it
it.
should
Yeah,
be.
and
It
with The
should be
Witcher,
organic.
the karma and stuff matters and lasts through the game. Like, there's real repercussions to doing things in The Witcher, whether they're good or bad, and sometimes it's either bad or bad. You know,
Right.
there's no. You just got to pick the lesser of two evils
That's-
in one thing.
I think Dragon Age 2 did the best of that series with morality, because no matter what you choose, the world is like gonna go to hell in a handbasket. Like you get to choose this terrible choice or this terrible choice.
Yeah.
And like that was it. And
Yeah.
you try, and the major theme of that game was you can try as hard as you want and everything's gonna be terrible anyway.
Yeah.
Which
Like,
is kind
'cause
of refreshing, actually.
A lot of the
so-
times in
That's a
The
plus?
Witcher,
It was a plus. It was surprisingly a plus.
it is
Fair enough.
in The Witcher. Countless times I had to make decisions where I was like,
Kill this guy or
okay,
kill that guy.
This
It's like,
guy
okay.
is about to die, but he's already done terrible things. But this guy is about to die because he's gonna do terrible things. You know, so I was like, okay, this is bad and this is bad, but I have to ask myself which is less bad. You
Which
know,
is my personal
exactly
less bad.
how do which is worse to me? You know,
I feel like morality systems should be.
you know, so it really makes you think, and it's like, God, none of these are good,
Rather
but you know,
than just,
I gotta
this is going to give me
what do I
Paragon points,
feel
and this is
will
going to be
Right.
make a
Renegade
difference in this
points.
world, because if you do one thing, it could affect something way down the line, and then really does affect something way down the line. Rather than people say, because plenty of games are like, your choices matter.
Your
And
choices matter for
and
about
then-
2
yeah,
seconds,
It's like your
and
choices
then-
matter. You kill a guy,
Right at
and
the
then
end.
when you killed him, he's actually dead. No, that's your choice. It's just like nothing really changes at all.
Well, or at the end of the game, your choices only matter to your one of two endings.
Yeah, exactly.
Stuff like that.
I think Witcher, they said there's like 16 different endings that can be or something.
It's awesome.
I liked that one too because they had like usually games wait to the end and then epilogue everything at the same time. And in The Witcher, if you finished out someone's storyline, it would give you the epilogue right there.
Nice.
And there were like 2 or 3 different, depending on the choices you made during the quest line, of what would happen to those characters.
Right.
But like you could complete somebody's quest line and then leave, and then it would say this happened to this person down the road. It's like,
Right.
So it really felt like you were doing stuff.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
So I think we're getting better as far as those go.
People do it like The Witcher.
You know, I think that's good though. I mean, it's good that The Witcher, if The Witcher does it as well as you guys say it does.
Do it like they do it in The Witcher.
Anyways, so
From the rear. I mean,
if-
What?
If-
on a giant stuffed unicorn. Anyway.
if more
you could have
games,
said it's a unicorn that they're banging on, man. Be happy.
if
The fact that your chair is squeaking right now.
That's what it sounded like. It was more like this.
did it neigh too?
No, he did.
God. Oh my god.
That game is gold. Gold.
Golden, I say.
Who's that? I can't read the blue.
Sensei Kojima asked, "How would you like morality to affect gameplay?"
Like, if you're super renegade or you do a bunch of evil things, I want people to be, like, not trusting of you.
Fearful.
I want people to be like, you're that jerk
But-
that did such
yeah,
and such. And
but
I'm like,
but like organically, not like there's like a score that you have to meet, but like
Right.
if you decide to kill somebody, that affects things down the line. So somebody says, "Oh, you killed Jimmy."
The Witcher.
Is that they do that?
Yep.
So since
Like, I
Kojima
killed some
says,
guy-
are you saying the Witcher way is the best way?
Yes. Oh my gosh, 100%.
Yeah.
Like literally,
of the
at
ones
one
that I have
point-
played,
At
I'm
one,
gonna
Witcher
say,
3,
yeah.
we're talking about Witcher 3. At one point, I couldn't get into this village because I killed someone like miles and miles away on a patrol. Like,
he was
we
part of
heard
that
you
village."
killed blah blah blah. We're not letting this guy in here. I was like, what?
That's
Now
cool.
I
It's
have
like,
to
yeah,
kill
your
all of you
choices
now.
affect-
Now I kill you. But it was
We're
like-
not
it
letting
was
you
like,
in.
If you wouldn't have killed him, they probably would have let you in.
Mm-hmm.
Or like when I go back, these people were. I was in a like a bar or something, and these people started acting up, and I was trying not to fight them, but it turns out I had to fight them, so I ended up killing them all. And then now that village hates me because
You start,
I killed all these people, that were from
They
like, the
started
main,
it,
yeah, they started the fight,
but it
and I'm
doesn't matter.
protecting everybody. You know, I'm killing the people because they were bashing the bartender's head into stuff, and
That's
they were
awesome.
still super mad at me.
Right.
You know, and then I
That's
wasn't
cool.
allowed,
It's just
everyone
really
hated me in that
organic.
village because of that.
Yeah, and
They
that's
they
what
wouldn't sell
that's
me
what I have
goods.
that's what I have in mind when I think
They would
of
always
a,
tell me
a
to
solid
leave.
system.
I couldn't buy anything
Right.
there.
Whereas in Mass Effect, in the first one, you get to choose one of 3 different backgrounds, and one of the backgrounds is like this super hard-ass war veteran who gets things done no matter what the cost. And like I picked that one in my first playthrough, but then I was all nice, and it came up a couple times, but only in like this one dialogue thing that was like, oh, they get stuff done, or oh, I heard about your past or such. But it didn't really feel like it had any bearing.
It's almost like they just say it for your own mind. You
Right,
know, it
like,
really doesn't affect anything.
depending
whether
on-
you're a bionic commando or a sector. Or
Yeah, I
whatever.
chose the super good background the next game, and it really didn't feel like it changed anything, and I was
Yeah.
kind of disappointed.
See,
with that.
and like I said, that's how you're saying they were like just tacked on. Sometimes it feels like, but yeah. So Witcher 3
So.
best.
Because that
Best
makes me
morality
want to
system.
play a game more than once.
So in the same vein,
Save the botchling. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, it's adorable.
we had another topic that was pretty
Or
interesting.
it turns into a
Is there
horrible,
a point?
horrible beast if you try to fight it.
Is there a point where there are too many choices in a game? So can having too many be a burden, or negatively affect gameplay?
I think not. I think the more
See, I think it can.
the kind of game that you're playing already would be an RPG.
Hmm.
So the choices that you make, you're gonna want to. That will be more as long as they affect the actual game. I think the more the merrier, because then that means you're sculpting more of the game than you just playing whatever they have set up for you.
I think that if you can get to like choice atrophy though, like at a point you're like, there are just too many choices. I don't even want to deal with this anymore.
Right.
And maybe that's a symptom of someone who's like has anxiety, like I do, like because sometimes I'll be like, oh, I can't make the wrong choice, and I just shut down and don't
Well,
want to play it
that would
anymore.
also suck for completionists because
Yeah,
they'd have to
because-
pick 50 different. There'd be like 10,000 different branches to get to where they wanted, and
That was
Oof.
Witcher 2 had a 3-way branch at one point, and you could only pick one way per each game. So you had to play the game basically 3 times to get all the thing. And I know some people like that, but also I feel like some people don't. So it's just, I feel like there can be too many choices.
Yes.
Especially if the choices don't matter.
and I
If I would feel that they were, I would agree with you if they had no difference. If it was just you would just have to answer a bunch of questions, pick a choice that really had no effect on the game. Then I'm like, God, what is the point of all this? It doesn't matter. Nothing's changing
Yeah,
when
just
I do
streamline
this.
the story.
Exactly. But if it's helping me to mold my entire story that I'm making. And if anything, that'll make so each person's experience is different. So nobody will play the game the same way as anybody else.
Right.
And you can see parts that someone else didn't because you answered this question this way, which took you that way.
Right.
So I feel like as long as they affect the story and actually change what's happening, bring as many on as you can.
Well, hold that thought and we'll get to...
Yeah, Sensei Kojima says Until Dawn is a game based solely on your choices.
See, I haven't heard anything about that game, so
Yeah.
Isn't
I can't
Oh,
comment.
that's that.
Have you heard
it's
of
like
it?
a horror movie game. Have you seen
Really?
it?
Oh, is it
I-
kind of
I
like a
haven't-
choose your own adventure type
Yeah,
thing?
it's the premise is you're a bunch of kids or whatever. Like I don't know if they're college or high school, but they go. It's like a slasher film. That's basically what it's supposed to be. And, they all go up to like this log cabin in the woods. On a cable car that's unreliable. And it's you deciding their choices through there as like a serial killer is trying to kill them. Your goal is to try to save as many of them can through your choices. It's gotten good reviews, but I
That's
don't know how much I
interesting.
like it.
Is it on PC or is it on consoles too?
It's probably on PC. Usually everything's on PC now.
Yeah,
I know it's
that
on
sounds like
PS4,
an
so-
interesting way to do
It's,
it.
it's very interesting.
And that
but-
sounds
like,
like
having a pure choice versus just choices inside your game.
Yeah, I
Right.
don't know how much you actually control. Like, I think some points you walk the character around, but I don't know too much to
You see,
know. But I
and
know you
in
make
that
choices.
kind of case where the gameplay is based solely around choices, I think that you really can't have too many choices.
That's what I mean.
But
as long
in
as
a
it's
game
making
like,
a difference.
like Knights of the Old Republic or Mass Effect, I feel like you can really get muddled down in the amount of options there are, especially on a game that has a lot of combat and character building and things like that. I mean, you can really it really stretch out the amount that you have to do in the game to be able to get certain endings.
Wow.
So Sensei Kojima says every character can be killed or saved based on what you decide, and he says there's 215 different endings. Holy
Wow.
Now,
That's awesome.
are those different endings that are just very slightly I think we didn't phrase again. Okay. Are those very slightly different, like the same path and then like one bit of ending?
One
or those
other person
completely,
lives or
totally different
like
things?
unique
Because
endings.
there was a Sonic game a while back that supposedly had like 300-something endings, but it was really just like a different combination of 5 different like outcomes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is it just like you can each have one of 5 of them are one person surviving, but all one of different characters, or if 2 go,
Right.
Yeah, so it's
if
like
3 go, or if two
I
different
feel like
ones
that
go. It's like,
when they pull that number of different endings, it's like, yeah, but how are they different?
Right.
you just a mix up of alternate people surviving.
Yeah, is it
this
just
time.
like, you know, is that
that
just
just like
is that a
a number?
permutation of, like, are there, like, you know, 8 characters and then it's a permutation of 8
Right, that's
characters? Like, you
So
know.
what I wanted to
that
say
adds
before,
up quick?
Yeah.
JRPGs usually have like little to no choice at all, usually nothing, because it's a story they're telling, which can sometimes be frustrating because the guy is like obviously a traitor and you're like, I don't want you in my party, but then the character's like, okay, come back.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, you're a moron. But they tried something different in Xillia too. They touted it as having choices that affect your, but really it was just, it would affect the next conversation directly afterwards, and then it would just dovetail back into
The
the
normal
same
thing,
story.
yeah.
So it was like, I really
Didn't
felt
really
cheated
do
with
anything.
that one.
Yeah. That's a cop out. I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Especially
can be.
if that's like the thing that sells your game.
Yeah, if that's what you're advertising, make it legitimate
Like
advertisement rather.
it would
than,
have been a fine mechanic if it wasn't like the super choice game here, but it was. They definitely advertised it as that. So.
Right.
You liars.
Of course they advertise.
So
it as
Witcher
that.
3.
All right. So you guys feel like they do the best in choices too?
Oh yeah. Definitely.
And sometimes it's because sometimes it's obvious what's going to happen. Like if you kill this guy, he's going to be dead, and then his family's going to be mad at you or whatever. But sometimes it's not obvious. Like
Yeah.
I'm going to save this lady over here, and later you find out by saving this lady, you end up killing a bunch of kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Right.
Yep.
you're like I didn't.
Why? Yeah.
I had no idea that was going to happen.
Yeah.
So that was
that's
really good.
That's what's really awesome is it's not always cut and paste. You know, like you said, kill that guy. Like if you save this old grandma lady, those kids are getting eaten, son.
Yep.
But you got no clue. It's just like, but do you want to save this person? Because you're still trying to save somebody. You know, it's like, who do you save? 25 kids or?
So Sensei Kojima said each ending is affected on who lived and died, but also how certain events played out and how you chose to interact with the other characters. So my guess would be that there are probably like it's probably like
50.
more of a spectrum of like almost like you know, wherever you land on that spectrum, it's just slightly different than the ones next to it, but it's probably vastly different
Yeah.
from any of the polar ends. So it's probably just
Sounds like an interesting and worthwhile mechanic. to
yeah, it
check
sounds
out.
like an interesting concept for sure. So
I'd have to
Oh,
play
yeah.
it to see how
I don't
it
know
turns
if I'm
out. But
into style of that game. But I don't know.
all right, so
Each his own. If it's good, you know.
here's one that you two are going to discuss. I have to run out of the room for a moment, but I'll be back shortly. But this is
I'm thirsty.
that's fine. No, I'm not getting you guys drinks. I'm going to be out there for just a minute. I have my own drinks to get. So what would your childhood self think of video games today? So go ahead and bust into that one, and I'll be right back.
I'm about to bust into you, big boy.
Ugh, that's gross. What's your problem?
I don't know. I'm weird. So, Caitlin, besides your horrible,
all right,
terrible
set everything
torture,
on fire. Let's go. Just pull
Break
things
it
off the wall.
kill everyone.
No supervision.
We're children now. My childhood self would say, "This is awesome.
Right? Like this is the best thing that has ever
This
happened.
is what I've always been dreaming for.
Forever and ever and ever and ever.
This is look at this technology.
Look at all of the stuff that there is.
Everything looks so beautiful now.
Like
More than 8 bits.
those old sometimes you see old timey gaming magazines that pop up and they're like, look at these graphics, and
Oh
it's
my
like
God,
the
yeah.
worst like looking polygon something or other, and you're like, wow, I remember when that was amazing.
Exactly. like
like-
when Super Mario Brothers was just like, oh, look
Or
at
the-
all these blocks.
Yeah,
It's
the
just,
very,
like,
the
blow
very
your
first
mind.
like polygon like 3D like
N64,
texture.
when that came out, I was crapping my pants with like, It's 3D. Oh my
I
god.
remember Final Fantasy IX. The FMVs. The
FMVs.
full motion videos. Where
Oh, the
where-
cutscenes. Oh
yes,
my god.
When they just blew your mind, but now they look like really grainy and blocky. And it's
Yeah,
just like,
how do they do not hold up well? Oh god, he's back.
I'm back.
Sorry, guys.
What
it's
up?
fine.
You said you didn't want one.
See, I don't get one. I gotta be DD. I gotta drive this boat.
All right. So,
It's a big boat.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
all right. So before I go into what I just
You're a
brought in,
horrible childhood.
thanks, man. So no, stop it. Let's get through this first. Oh my God, guys, come on.
Happy birthday to you, Timmy boy. Happy birthday to you. We love you, Timmy.
Thank you.
Epic.
Thanks, guys. Oh my God.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday to me. All right. Anyways, so that's not exactly the reason I brought this in, and I'm going to go into that in a minute. But so
Happy
shut up. God, it is my birthday tomorrow, but shut up, George. All right. All right. So what would my childhood self think of video games? So
Happy birthday.
video games today, I would be over the moon because the games today are so beautiful
Caitlin and I
and
haven't
so
even
well
talked
written.
about this yet.
You
so-
really haven't?
No.
God, what were you talking about?
How
I
dumb
don't
you
want to
be.
know. You know.
Okay, Sensei Kojima says, I can't manage to move that
Right,
thing.
he says, this is in the same realm as the question with FF7 being remade. Do you think it can ever compare to the way you felt your first playthrough?
Yes.
Same to Epic Classics from your childhood.
Yes.
No.
I feel like no. I feel
No,
like
I'm
because
gonna
it
get to
wasn't the
see-
game that was what caused my feelings. It was like the time and point in my life and versus how connected I felt versus, you can't really
think-
recapture that. That's why I hate nostalgia. I hate it.
I think actually it's going to make me cry a little bit because it's going to bring me back to better times in my life when I actually enjoyed things. As long as it's...
When you actually had feelings?
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
I
Before
hate-
the
I hate
Dead Me
nostalgia.
came
Hate it.
out. It's going to... As long as it's like the same story and everything is the same, it just looks good and the comics is redone. As long as it's the same story, I will be overjoyed and to the moon. Just because it'll be telling me I'll get to see what I imagined stuff to be like in
Right.
that game when it was super terrible quality looking.
I think to me though, FF7 specifically, particularly, is going to stand on its own in comparison. It's just gonna be a different game because it's so different that the only thing that's the same is the characters and the story. I mean, it's mechanically going to be different. The gameplay is going to be totally different. The visuals are going to be totally new. There's not going to be any of those hand drawn matte, backgrounds and stuff. It's going to be so different that I'm just personally going to have to try to judge it as its own game.
The story was the best part of it anyway. That's what I'm mainly looking
Yes.
for.
And there's nothing wrong with the story. I'm just saying that a story alone is not enough to make a game for me. So I feel like because they've changed
Well,
so
I thought
much
you said that story is the most important part for you in a game.
Yes, but that doesn't make a whole game. I mean,
Yeah, no,
it's
understandable.
a sum of its parts. I mean, the story may be the most important to me, but story plus graphics plus gameplay plus mechanics.
If it plays like a soggy potato in a rainstorm,
Yeah,
you're not
you're
going to really
not gonna
want to.
absorb it that
Stick
much.
around.
It's fun, isn't it? So yeah,
You are a soggy potato.
I just don't think they're going to do a bad job. I think they're going to knock it out of the park.
yeah.
Really, any
hope
mechanic
so.
they use
I
at
hope so,
this
too.
time, if it's any mechanic that we use now, it's going to be fine. Just because I can't think of a mechanic that I don't like. The only thing that I will not like is if it's turn-based. I'm hoping they go with, 15 style.
Yeah, like a more modern style
Yeah, or like
combat.
God of War. Not in that intensity, but I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you run around and you're slashing and doing your braver and all those moves on your own, and your other party members are fighting too.
That
and-
seems to be the style now. I don't know of any RPGs that have come out that
Yeah.
haven't been Some of the handhelds still stick with that turn-based, but almost everything that I've played in the last 5 years has been action.
Yeah, so I'm
Style.
if it's like that, it's going to be knocked out of the park, man. Because God, man, we switched roles.
Oh,
Now I'm up and lively, and you're Sleepy Town, Baby Town Frolls.
Yeah, Sensei Kojima says back in childhood, story was all we had. Technology just recently caught up.
Yeah.
And I think that's why my younger self would be so enthused, because it's like graphics are like almost completely realistic.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Taco Zebra.
Taco Zebras.
Taco Zebra!
What up, man?
So I feel like it's opened a lot of possibilities now that everything's like almost photorealistic.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
So why-
we did actually talk about this, and we said what you said already.
Oh,
that
really?
Basically,
Our
exactly.
childhood.
Oh, I'm
would
glad
be
that
like, this is incredible.
Yeah, I'd have. All right. So let me explain to you why I brought in these bevs. We are not going to name them or any of that stuff because
Can we at least say the Winchester?
the Winchester. We're gonna go
Have a pint and wait for this to all blow over.
All right. So what we're doing is on the 11th, Friday of this week, is Insert Coin Theater's first anniversary. 1 year, 1 year, and tomorrow
It got smaller as time went on.
tomorrow is my 27th anniversary. Yay! Of life. Yay, life. Okay, so pretty much, I wanted to toast to another year. Get your cup
I didn't get one.
because you didn't want
I
one.
didn't get one.
So to another year.
McDonald's.
Congratulations,
Yay.
Insert Coin
Congratulations.
Theater.
Thanks to the fans. We
'Cause you
couldn't have
guys
done
are
it without
awesome.
you.
We
and
do.
We wouldn't done it without you. And without you, we're without you.
And George is not allowed to do acceptance speeches ever again.
No, never again.
Beep!
So anyway, a big congratulations to our show. We are doing a T-shirt and apparel run, and I know we're changing
They
topics
look
kind
so
of, but
good.
yes,
They
we're
do.
we're doing
I like 'em a lot.
T-shirts.
They're
Which
exciting.
they're on Teespring. Hold on. What is it? I think it's merch, I
www.teesprung.
think is it. I'm gonna post
Sprung
it to
on
chat.
T.
Oh, that
It
wasn't
didn't work.
There
Oh,
it
it did work.
So
Woo!
yeah, on Teespring, there's hoodies, long sleeve tees, T-shirts. That goes for 9 more days. So it goes until
Yeah.
so 2 days from now,
Good stuff.
which is what is that?
2 days from
Wednesday, Thursday. So a week from Thursday. So a week from the 9th. So yeah, the 14th, I think it is.
A week from the 9th
Yeah.
would be a 16th
Oh, the 16th. Okay.
Wednesday.
Okay, so that is the end date for this. So if you are interested in getting a shirt,
Right?
yeah, you're right. It's Wednesday the 16th. So if you're interested in getting a shirt
Do
or a
it
hoodie
now.
or a long sleeve shirt, now is your chance to do it because once this run is done, I probably won't be doing it again for another month or two. So yeah, so if you want to get in on it, it uses our new logo.
Excuse
You
me.
mother...
He just opened the door.
Excuse
Our
me?
dog just opened the door. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Get out of here.
Get out.
bloody
Out.
ass out of
Out.
here.
But yeah,
You
so
scurvy dog.
probably won't be doing it for another month or two. So it's good to get
Yeah.
in now while there's still a chance to get in on it.
Yeah.
It's celebrating our first year with we're bringing in a new logo.
Yeah.
We've got an intro theme made by Ben Burns, aka Abstraction. It's going to be a great year. We got a lot planned.
It's gonna be a great year.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be a great
year.
episode.
We're gonna do. We're gonna just keep at it with streaming. We're gonna do more podcasts every Monday. Hopefully, mix it up with some new things, and we're gonna be bringing in.
And we're gonna make macaroni live on stream.
Oh God! And we're also going to. We're
Do you
planning
want me to
on.
go back to the old me? Because I'll do it.
Oh my God! I just don't want. I just want you to go back. Go.
Go home.
Go home.
Go home.
Grow home.
I need a
George.
ride. I need a ride.
You can walk. But we're also hoping to do a convention, maybe this upcoming year, depending on how things are going.
Conventions.
So we'd like to go
are
hit
awesome.
one of the big ones, but odds are we'll not hit a big one right away. But
Oh,
we'd
no, we're going full
we'd
bore.
like to hit E3, but
We're
we
going
never
full
know.
bore.
We never know.
I'm
if
going
that'll
if
happen.
without you if I have to.
It'll only happen with you guys' help. Taco Zebras. I'm not sure why the audio is out of sync, but it'll be fixed for next show. Sorry.
Apparently, our computer just decided to.
We're
stop
actually
functioning
traveling
correctly.
faster than it can handle.
Faster than the speed of sound.
Internet, so that's why it's delayed. We're
Yeah.
just traveling at hyperspeed in the hyperbolic time chamber and hyperbolic time chamber.
So yeah, so forgive us. All right, so right now it's 7:34, but I wanted to kind of end the show on this note. So we're gonna end the show a little bit early today. I will punch you in the head. So we really appreciate you guys
approve
joining,
this?
and I mean with
Did you
what?
approve this?
Sure.
with the audio out of sync apparently, and with all sorts of
Technical problems.
technical problems. You don't look like Goku. Of course I don't. Why would
He
I
hasn't
look like
gone
Goku?
Super Saiyan yet. Give him a chance, man. They're always cutting you down. I know deep down in here and down here, you're Super Saiyan.
Oh, he says that you don't look like Goku. I look more like Goku. Bajoosh.
I like how that's a measure of.
Bagoosh.
I don't know
look
what
like
we're
a
measuring
younger
here.
Master Roshi. That's who I look like.
You look more like Bulma.
She's skinny.
I don't know.
I'm going for the
That's
short
the only
turtle
characters
guy.
Tim knew, so he had to
She
pick one.
wears panties.
Exactly.
You wear panties.
He only knew one character. He's like, well, that's it. Yeah, man, for sure. You look
Sure.
like her.
Okay, you look like
Alright.
Piccolo then. I know some characters.
Piccolo's awesome, though. Thank
Yeah,
you.
except he's green and nobody likes him.
I need to be, what's his name? Short fat guy with a sword.
Hey,
His
Crims.
name's-
It's good to see you, man.
What is his name? All right, fine. The short guy that uses the sword. What's his name?
And I don't know
Dragon Ball Z.
characters.
I don't know
I think his
anything.
name
I don't
starts
even
with
know who we're talking about.
Yajirobe. I think that's what his name is.
Yeah,
Nairobi's a
yeah,
fat guy and he's
yeah,
jumps over the
yeah.
sword.
Nairobi, yeah.
I don't know. Hi.
All right, so we are we're gonna wrap it up here. Please be sure to hit follow. It'll let you know the next time that we're live. I'll be live probably around 9 tonight, playing some Disney
Maybe.
Infinity, maybe depending on how things go with getting George home because he's a punk.
It's depending on whether Caitlin lets you. That's really what the answer is.
Also, we're
I like the segue.
we have a
Oh my
Facebook, Twitter, you name it, we've got it. But if you hit follow, it'll email you with
You want to hear us
notifications.
talk randomly about something specific? Just send us
Yeah.
a tweet and something, a topic or anything you like.
Taco Zebras, thank you so much for the follow. We appreciate you.
You're
But yeah, you can feel free to direct message us here on Twitch, or you can send us messages on Twitter and let us know some topics you want us to discuss. We'd love to hear from you. And I stream on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays for sure.
Not this Wednesday.
What?
Not this
Not
Wednesday.
this Wednesday. I'll be streaming a little bit tomorrow, probably, but I will not be streaming this Wednesday. Apologies. I'll be offline for a day because we're mixing up our regular schedule because of my birthday. Yay, birthday! So, oh my God, stop it.
All right.
Okay, so we will see you guys next week. We really appreciate everybody who followed. Taco Zebras, Crims, Sensei Kojima, Kendo was in there earlier. Everybody, thank you very much for coming to hang out. We appreciate you, and these two will be back next week. I may be back tonight. Either way, get Krung 27. Hey, so yeah, so we'll be up and running here in no time, and we'll see you soon. Have a great night, everybody. Later.
You have to hit the